We're back from a slight technical break, but it doesn't matter. I'm not sure where it left off, but I imagine it's a cliffhanger. So for editing purposes, we're going to zoot down to our man, Tom Castellan, who last we saw with our party was hearing something familiar out in the forest as the party got ready to deal with our dear postman. You heard a familiar ring, a trill, a hunting horn, it seems.
Could it be?
Oh,
could my hairy ears deceive me?
Not the regular horn, something older, but very close to the hunting horn you and your boys use. But you know that trill anywhere could be nothing but the Lord Rose. Tom instinctively follows? Yes. Trampling through the brush, away from your friends.
Trailing a cart laden with equipment.
You're there.
He's here.
We've got a...
He's back.
Hold on, Peter. Do you want to take the stream back? Because I don't have the layout for 5 of us, for 6 of us. But then I don't know.
Can you toss him in the screen share?
I can toss him in the screen share. Yeah, I'll toss him in the chat. Nobody's there. Let's be real. All right, sorry. Continue.
Yes, you follow this trill, beelining, carrying your pallet that's levitating through. I'd say you even push it ahead of you. The classic Yom Yipo, they do good work. So they do. This thing is breaking through brush, carrying through, and you hear it once more. And
is it
come through some long grass into a group of bugbears, all dressed immaculately. Actually, not a group, there's 4 of them, all dressed immaculately, laden in shining armor. Well, not full pieces, actually, as you take notice and stop for a second. It seems like a hodgepodge of armors, pieces here, there, although painted with the orange and the blue castle of your dear home and Lord Abhors Rose.
I don't recognize any of the bugbears.
You do not recognize any of them.
Soldiers!
They turn all like abruptly.
What is this? Your armor is in disarray. How dare you disrespect the Lord Rose in this manner?
Oh, they look at each other, and you see one that looks honestly the most beautiful out of the 3. He's stockiest, broad shoulders, strong chin, curly mustache, but only on one side, similar to yours, and the other one kind of drapes down. I think it goes. The Lord Little Rose, you would never want us dressing like this. You're right. We're testing out the pieces for combat to see which ones are the best. They're all looking at each other. Yes.
Testing them out for combat.
Yes. You new recruit. Yes, the Lord Leader Rose would love to see you.
Hmm.
And you see, like, this one with the curly stash comes up to you and goes, I'm Burmam. Nice to meet you.
Burmam.
Pip.
Probably not.
8-bit stutter.
Oh no.
No. This is the craziest face I've ever seen.
More than 2 seconds this time. Fuck.
Well, Burmam, perhaps you can tell by my regalia that I am nothing further from a new recruit than anything you can possibly imagine. You will take me to the Lord Rose, and you will take me to him now.
Yes, and he comes and goes to shake your hand. Certainly, Captain.
I try and do the secret handshake that only the boys and I and Avalon Avenir Rose know.
You start it, and he only does the first 2 movements in the handshake and then stops, and he goes, you adding things to the secret handshake?
Am I adding things? It seems we're not all privy to that kind of information.
Sure.
Cadet.
Sure. Eddie turns to the other 3. He goes, Jore, Jimmy, Kyle, take our fair captain to the Lord Leader Rose. Sure, he has orders for him. And he like takes out like a little comb and like pushes back his hair and kind of like styles his mustache this as the same way as you. And he goes, oh, you're a pretty strapping lad. My boys will take care of you. They'll bring you straight to the Lord Leader Rose, post haste.
Well, get to it.
Yes, and where is the rest of your band? We'd love to go help them out.
They are secured with a group of other bugbears native to this island.
And only bugbears you're traveling with?
No, I have made other companions, native to the wood and abroad. But at this point, I travel alone.
Oh, well, you must be formidable. Formidable indeed. Yes, you know what? Maybe I should escort you too. Come, it'd be much faster.
Yes. All of you escort me to the Lord Avenir Rose.
Yes, the Lord Leader Rose would love to see you. And he like ushers you forward and takes you down this winding path through like tall, like almost like they're supposed to be like raspberry bushes, but they don't have any thorns.
Nice.
It takes you through this winding path where you see it feels like you're almost going in circles. But eventually you lead to this opening.
Can I just ask him as we're walking like towards our destination? I just want to know, what is the Lord doing here? He sent me to secure the ore.
Yes, well, he's making sure things run smoothly, like he always does.
He's making sure things run smoothly.
Yes, he's said he was looking for somebody important. Yeah. But he hasn't told us much. It's been too hard on him.
Take me to him right away.
Of course, boys. Handle this pallet of supplies, please. We'll go on faster.
No need. I will run with it.
And you guys all start sprinting through, and you make it to like this valley between this nice valley in between a canopy, and you make your way through, and he goes, the aisle, the plot rose is here, just through here, this portion. And you make your way through this like raspberry bush patch to this clearing, to this small makeshift village in between these immense pockets of raspberries and strawberries and different berry bushes that they made their home after. And you could see like 40, 50 bugbears here hustling and bustling, all gorgeous, prime specimens like you and your boys, all in little platoons of 4-man cells, working hard and getting everything in order, training.
Yes, thank you, Lord Rose Civilization.
Yes,
I'm home.
we've been working hard to bolster.
I collapsed to my knees,
crying, and
Yes.
he whips out his horn and sounds out, and everybody kind of stops and looks at you guys momentarily. They're looking at him, and he does like a couple hand gestures, and everybody goes back, and you can see one squad like run off. Goes, the leader Rose should be with you shortly. And he goes, they're warrior, they're there.
We've been lost for so long in these godforsaken woods.
And you feel as you're kind of head down for momentarily to wipe your tears, you feel a familiar feeling brush up against you and nuzzle up. And you look, and it's a massive warg, slightly bigger than Schmoopsy, but looks very similar to her.
What is this?
She's more grizzled too. She's a bit more of like a cheeky smile at the ends of her mouth, but looks so much like Schmoopsy.
Could it be? Is this Schmoopsy's mother or something, or sister?
It could seem so, yeah. Or grandmother. You're not sure, but definitely a lineage of Schmoopsy. And everyone kind of quiets down. You could hear a silence wash over the camp, and you hear the heavy, confident steps brush past. And Brahman goes, I have something to sorry, I have something to take care of. And you kind of look at him, and he looks like a bugbear too, Brahman, like still, but very like similar. It looks like a face you can't quite put in an uncanny way, but it seems almost like your face that you're looking at back at, but it almost confuses you because that can't be, you know. And he goes, I have an important thing to take care of, but the Lord Leader Rose is right there. And he points up and points to this shining hooded man who's walking towards you.
You dare steal my face,
This is my face. I don't know what you're talking about. I just shaped my beard to look like yours. Yes. I wouldn't never claim to be the one great Tom Castellan. Never.
I never said my name.
No, you must have. You must have. Either way, I have this beautiful warg to take a walk with. He kind of rushes off and jumps on the warg, and they take off into the brush. And as they kind of take off from you, you see this figure walking who takes off his hood. And it looks just like the Lord Abhors Rose.
I drop to one knee.
Tall, 6'2", gorgeous human man. No, sorry, not human, bugbear. With a like coiffed beard that goes down, it covers the rest of his face. But he has like perfect skin, unmarked face, thick shoulders, and walks with a confidence that most people will never see in their life. But this version of the Lord Abhors Rose seems younger to you for some reason. It seems a lot stronger, has a deeper, maybe not deeper presence, but something different than what you know of. It isn't as seasoned, but you still feel the great presence of your great leader. And he goes, Tom Castellan, raise, my boy, rise up.
I cannot. I have not succeeded in my mission, sir. My lord, I failed you. I've been lost here for God knows how long.
As long as you breathe and continue to care for the recruits, you have not failed. Raise up, my boy.
I'll slowly get up.
We have much to discuss. And he puts his arm around you and motions you over to, and he goes, get back to work. And the rest of the bugbears kind of rush back to what they're doing. He takes you over to the commander's tent.
The one, he stole my face.
No. It gets confusing when you're around our own kind after being lost in that wood for so long.
Yes, I'm confused.
You need a drink and a debrief, but I trust that you will all have the proper reports for me, so I'm not worried about that.
So we must go and rendezvous with the others. We found a community of bugbears living here.
We will. But first, relax. And he takes you into this commander tent, and it is pretty it's immaculate for the wood, but not as grand as what you typically are used to with him. There is like rugs like laid out. There's like a little hearth in his massive commander tent too. There's like a little cot, and there's like a little bit of like meads on the walls, but it doesn't seem exactly like what the Lord would do. He would have lush satins. His armors would be laid out like he's living there permanently. Like he always makes things homey, no matter how long he's staying. So there's like little things you notice him. But unless he hands you a cup.
You have,
Where's your squad?
as I was saying, so just your minimalist style has thrown me for quite a loop.
Things change when you're on an expedition.
The group, they are in a portion of the Chittering Woods called the Buff Boys Wood.
You can't be serious.
I am as serious as a commandment from you, sir.
That is serious.
They are there with a tribe of barbarian bugbears that we've begun to teach our ways. I left them there to gain supplies to try and rendezvous with you, sir, but it seems you've come at last. Tell me, what has brought you, finally, to the wood? Have you come in search of us?
Yes. Of you. Yes. And your squad, yes.
Can I help? May I?
You may.
I got a -1, so big money, baby, big money. That is an 8 on the die, so 7. He's done the trick.
You absolutely believe that he is here to look for you and your crew.
You did not need to do that, my lord, but I am so grateful for you.
Well,
You are wonderful.
You know how it is here. Hardship breeds progress. Or something like that. Listen.
Yes. As you always say, my lord.
Immaculate specimen. There is something maybe you and only you could find.
Oh?
He kind of bends down. It's a key.
To key?
Yes, a special key. The key rose. I had it on our first ship.
You had it?
Yes. I mean, yes. The key rose. We need it for something important.
Don't I have the key rose?
Do you?
I think I got like a rose-shaped key at one point, didn't I?
I don't think so. I don't remember. I don't know.
I got something with the letter at the bottom of the case from the giant.
Yeah.
And it wasn't just the piece of the stone.
Yeah. I think it was a compass. I have to go back, but I don't think it was a key.
Okay. So,
Yeah.
where? How? Whatever you need, my lord. Where could I find this key?
In a special wood. And he kind of rolls it out. In a wood known as the shipwreck wood.
The shipwreck wood. Is that where my ship wrecked?
Probably. It seemed apt. If you could find this key, it would be a great help to our cause.
Well, I will do so as soon as I collect Schmoopsy and gather the troops and bring them here to you.
We could, I'm sure if you, yes. The key first, that's an order.
Understood. Yes, sir.
Is your hand okay?
Yes, of course.
Yes, I'll send Lipton with you. He knows his way around here well.
Lipton.
Yes.
Who's Lipton?
You should know. Lipton is associate, special associate. Think of him as an extension of my own power.
But who is he? Tell me, my lord. You've never kept me in the dark before.
Oh,
how did you meet him? What does he do?
No, he's kind of, he's sweating a little bit. He's like, "Oh, it's really hot."
Perspiring, sir.
To turn down the fire. He's
There's no fire in here, sir.
Oh, there isn't.
Windows are open. It's quite
maybe it's the climate, you know, this poor climate. It's he's the man, you know, who runs Perquire Squire. We do things for them, they do things for us. We have a symbiotic business relationship.
He owns Perquire Squire.
Insight check.
Yes.
Do I get another one, or am I still coasting off that 7?
If you would like, you could roll again. On
I mean, he's sweating, so
Yeah.
I'll allow it. I'll try. That's a natural 20. So 19. Thank you, Brent.
You're welcome.
As he's like sweating, you notice that his eyes keep darting over to his little cot at the back of the tent. He keep darting over to that thing as he's almost placating you, it seems. But he's not lying about who Lipton is.
Do I get the sense that, like, this is, I don't know, this, I already feel like this is different, but like, what does, okay, I'm gonna look at the cod.
Yeah, and even with that, you know this is all wrong. The Lord Rose wouldn't not trust, like, you wouldn't like show up like this. He always trusts you. This would be the first time he's ever showed up after giving you a mission.
Yeah.
And hasn't, and like, you know, he's always expects you to finish the job or die trying.
So let me just perceive the cot a little bit. I'm trying to look at the cot. I'm like, all of a sudden I'm just like at the cot.
Yes, he's requires Squire. He's the leader. We help them. You should know all this. Where are you going? It's okay. You don't have to get up. No, please.
I stop. You know, the Lord Rose told me something before I left for my mission.
I'm sure I always tell you things before your missions.
The last thing he said to me. What was it again?
Break a leg?
And I spin and activate my flaming flail. And I'm going to take him in the side of the head.
Good. Roll to attack.
0 to 100.
Big money. Okay, wait, that's gone.
Not even the dice want to attack the Lord Avenir Rose.
The only thing worse than attacking the Lord Avenir Rose is pretending, masquerading as Lord Avenir Rose. That's a 14 on the die, so 24.
Oof. Yeah, roll your damage.
In fact, I will. And you know what? I'm pretty mad. So I'm gonna. Whoa, wait, whoa. Did you use my character sheet?
I just looked. Ah.
Yeah, no, I'm gonna use a second level spell slot for Divine Smite.
Whoa. Ooh.
So damage. So 15 bludgeoning. Another 15 for the Divine Smite. And then 5 points of fire damage.
You beam him, and it hits something under the cloak. You hear it dink, but he kind of like tumbles back and like crashes.
That's all the proof I freaking need. He's obviously not Lord Avenir Rose. He fell. He was injured.
He crashes like into the cot, and it like tumbles over and breaks. And you could see like a little path open up under the cot. He goes, no, please. He kind of like his whole body shudders in this unnatural way. Armor and everything shudders.
You have made your last mistake.
No, the strong one. I can explain.
I kill him.
Oh my god. You...
I'm just gonna keep hitting him.
From there, as you're charging up
I'm
that
tired of
second hit, we will cut back to the rest of the group. So you're standing over this bloodied version of the Lord Avenir Rose.
Once he stops moving, I'll go down the path. But I have no emotion on my face as I do this. And I just kind of like step over and walk on. I don't acknowledge the body.
Oh man, you well, yeah, we'll come back to that.
Yeah, that's fair.
We'll come back to that. We'll zip back to the other group as you guys are kind of gathering yourselves from this alarm set off by Regraz, the same Zebra Mom helping you, Varys, open up this chest, which he does actually manage to. At first he doesn't, but it seems like as it's getting more used to this body, kind of moves with this slick practice movement. And it seems very similar to like Regraz in the way that his hands move and even his connotations. And it opens like that. And it is, it's not like a huge chest, it's like 40 centimeters by 40 to 40. And it's filled with a bunch of those same like crystals, looks like the blue crystals, but these ones are pink and shaped, like fastened into the shape of coins.
Ooh, you said the magic word.
Yeah. But at the bottom, actually, there are bones as well.
All money.
I know just where to put these.
A few like small like leg bones.
I'm gonna like count them out in tens.
Yeah, there's about 20 of those purple it's not purple, pink coins, and 4 little leg bones.
4 bones. And I'll hold one up. I'll do like a kind of check on one of the coins, like biting it, kind of playing around with it, like trying to bend it, putting it up to the light.
How big are we talking? Like quarter size?
Yeah, about the size of quarters.
Silver dollar.
Yulver.
Yilver Yallers.
Okay, so 20 and 4. Nothing happens when I touch it, right?
No.
Okay, wonderful. Maybe I'll cast like a little spell with it in my hand. Just to test. I'll cast a little starry wisp at like a nearby rock. And I'll like kind of like hold the coin and like maybe use the coin to like hit my drum and then hit that wisp off.
Boom. You flick out the coin. It hits your drum and it makes like a little firework of electricity in the shape of your drum as it hits it.
Wow. This money is gonna make me money. I'll shoot it up in the air and then I'll catch it in my little pouch. Thanks, Orgraz. I assume you don't want any of it. But you can keep the chest.
Nice. Thank you. Takes it. But Rugraz, as you're kind of looking at that and keeping an eye out at the other end of the lake, you kind of see it coming into view a little more around, like at your distance, and you seem to make out like sails cresting around, and in that same pattern, almost like your home of like discarded. It seems in the same pattern of like discarded reptile skin.
Oh, gross.
And as you were kind of peering, you could make out the shape a little bit of the ship more, and it seems like the base is like giant lily pads, but there seems to be like a commotion as it's like moving, and it seems to be trying to like avoid something.
So I see this maneuver. Do I see anyone on board?
At this distance, you're not. Well, yeah, you see things moving on the deck. You can't make out any like particular shapes just yet.
Man, I'm so torn. How far is it?
See, it's about 300 feet away.
Mm.
No, I'd say further, like 500 feet.
I think I slide down the outside of the tower, just fucking skate down, and as Raz is coming down, just kind of, yells out. I think switches to, stows the panpipes, stows the triangle, whips out a tambourine, and kind of like, this is like I think more of his like battle instrument. This is a little bit easier to play the tambourine to a beat while you're busy shouting commands to each other in basic, or what would be the shouting notifications to each other? How would you say that? Alerting each other to things on the battlefield. So that's what he does in this moment, which is, everyone, there is a ship under some sort of attack or distress, at the very least of their memories, because it's fucking nasty. And he starts kind of like running his way across the beach towards that. He was like this whole time watching to see like, oh, is this like some kraken coming? And now he's like, well, it still might be a kraken, but flesh sales means somebody needs help.
What a sentence.
In the same way that he did. It's so heartwarming.
Your family. Orly, and Pip. You guys are hearing this. You're hearing Regraz cry out about something that you can't quite see because of the debris and where it is on this side of the beach. About someone needing help in this distress, and Pip just flung the door closed, but the door doesn't seem to dematerialize as Pip closes it. So you guys are standing in front of this initial shipwreck. The two half doors now closed, but this commotion is happening.
I was gonna look down at the doors like longingly, and we gotta go help, don't we? Okay. Remember where the ship is, okay? Welcome back.
Don't forget. Come now.
Remember where we parked,
Start.
right?
Turn
Stomping towards them.
to go help, and the other side of the door opens. The ash door.
It's like it's asking us to go in.
And almost like it's solid stone as it crashes on the other side. And Pip, you hear the faint back of your voice as you guys are turning to go. Pip, my boy, Pip. The faint whispers of your old master, Boneman, wailing from the other side of this ashen door.
I spin around.
Wait up.
And that side closes, and the
Mine
door materializes back, dematerializes back into the regular grain of the shipwreck and fades back in as you two take off towards the commotion.
Are we running on glass, or did that?
It's only like a little bit, honestly. Like your feet crunch, like for the first 2 steps on the beach, and then it's glass. It's sandy ground. It's glass again. Glass, bitch. Barmam turns to you, Varys. Goes, what is happening? What is all this commotion? He like switches back into himself.
So, I thought Regress melted. Oh God! Whatever. I don't know what that was. Can you find out? I don't know. I thought I was. Can you just find out?
Yeah, sure.
Wait. Can you look like me when you do it?
Sure. Hey, of course. He like turns into you. He goes, it'll cost you though.
What? All right, that's fair. I'll toss him a pink coin quickly.
Thanks. And he
Go.
runs off towards Regraz, and he catches up with you pretty quickly. And Pip and Orly make it to Varys as Brabham's reaching you, Regraz. He goes, "What's going on? Need help? I'll help you for some gold." Regraz.
I just like turn to him, and I think in the moment, just shove my hand into my bag, and then I think I take out. How many things do I have here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I have 19/20 things in my bag. I'm gonna roll a dice, and whatever the hell I grab in this moment, I'm gonna shove into his hands as payment. 8. I take out a crowbar. I turn to him and I go,
We're gonna say who's on that ship.
and I think it's more of an intimidation.
You got it. Yeah, sure. It's like- So, Orly and Pip, you rush up and you basically just see Varys there in front of this chest, kind of like counting coins.
Yeah.
Wait, he's still counting 20 coins?
Oh yeah, yeah.
Well,
yeah.
now it's 19.
That was 19. He's got to recount the
I gotta
whole thing.
recount.
Yeah.
Everything's
All
through
that
the
in a
window.
3 foot by 3 foot chest? Some pretty poor pirates.
Oh, I thought, what's going on? I was like shake off the water. I went for a swim. Now
Ooh,
weird things are happening.
we heard a commotion over here, so that's why we came here.
Oh
Don't you need help?
no, I sent the mom guy to go find out what was happening.
Big Mom? Yeah, okay.
Yeah,
Uh,
things
So-
are fine here. I think.
You
Can-
do
can I see anything from this point?
yeah, from over here, yeah, you do see like the sails kind of like peeking from where it is, and a little bit of the commotion now that you've run over.
Well, there's a ship over there. It hasn't sunk yet. It's still whole. It's still sailing.
Oh, this would actually look a little familiar to the ship that you guys use to get across the water at in the Tanuki's village. I believe you had like a little lily pad ship that you got over from the fight in the Pet Coliseum, or used it to get across the water. So it would look very similar to that, actually.
Oh, so it's not like one of the ships that's shipwrecked on the
Shipwrecked.
beach. It's like
Yeah.
a more Chittering Woods-esque vehicle.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's like three massive lily pads, like hodgepodged in this odd way, like goop with like sails and like wood and a mast and different parts. But it seems like it shouldn't function, but it does.
Looks like someone's in trouble.
Eh,
Well, look, if you miss out on a payday from helping them out, then that'll be your own fault.
I know you're just trying to get me to help, and it's gonna work. I'll get up. Hey, take one of these. Actually, and I'll give you both one of the coins.
What is it?
I don't know yet, but it seemed to interact with at least either magic or being hit up against stuff. So
I'll put it in the crook of my staff.
good idea. Let me know what you find if you use it.
Yeah, a bunch of fireflies kind of come out of the wood and start nestling onto the pink crystal, and they make kind of like they start forming like a little bulb at the end of it, kind of like Gandalf's staff looks like a little jewel, just look like fireflies around the pink orb, and it like hums.
I guess let's follow Graz and the other Varys.
Let's get that payday.
Ragraz, give me a perception as you're running on the side of the beach. Also, what's your speed? What's your walking speed?
Good question. 30 feet, walking and climbing. So I have both. Do I have swimming too?
Okay, sweet.
I don't.
So if you're dashing, you're going at 60. You say 30? 30?
Yeah. Oh, also I'm a rogue, so cunning action dash. So I'm actually, if I'm dashing, I would be going full 90.
Oh, sweet. Okay, yeah. So you're fucking booking it. Wait, give me that perception.
And perception is going to be 24.
24 as you like close that first 90 and you're making on the second, you see more of this ship. And it is exactly, you can see it better where it's like, yeah, really like this hodgepodge ship that's put together, but seems to handle beautifully in the water on these little lily pads, and almost like magically like cuts and like moves and glides over the water with the waves. And you notice that they're kind of focusing on something in the water, just as your initial feeling was correct. And they're firing off cannons, and you can see something shooting from the top with a rifle. And the shapes on the ship seem humanoid, but more animal-like, kind of like yourself, but maybe a little bit more animal-like. And you could hear voices and yelling. And what'd you get with I even say with that perception, you could see kind of cutting through the glare of the water, a massive shadow underneath.
All right. I turn to fake Varus. If you can warn them that it comes from the deep.
Sure. You gonna pay me too?
Just like raise the crowbar again.
Oh, loud and clear. He takes off and then transforms into one of those two-headed birds and runs back towards them. And you guys see this.
The last thought as Regrats is running, crowbar in hand. It's like looks at the crowbar, looks back at the Kraken. It's like, I wonder if that works on Varus too.
So you're setting up and fucking scuttling. You guys see Regrets take off as this bird is running towards you. And there, well, actually, and when he does, he'll transform back and like kind of tumble. And he goes, he says, "There's something coming under the water."
What? Nothing more than just something? Something good?
And it's the ship needs help.
Help, everyone needs help. Pip, I know you're master of the woods. How do you feel about water, things in the water?
Well, I cannot swim, but I can turn into something that can swim.
It's true. He just sunk.
God, gotta get you swimming lessons, dude. Well, if you feel like helping, I mean, my powers are they don't really interact with water in the same way as out here, so I don't know.
I can carry you.
No, I can swim. I just, I don't want to electrocute everybody. I've already done that once before. It's not as fun as it sounds.
Mm-hmm. Well, perhaps we can go by air instead.
How so?
I turn into a giant eagle.
Yes.
You are you picking up Varus?
Yeah, I kind of like flap my
Like
wings.
an
And then
eagle picking up a goat. Grabs Varus and takes off. Orly, you're left with Burmam. Because what should we do?
Well, I guess we'll get there much slower.
Or he turns back into the two-headed bird and goes, looks at you.
Well, I'm still going to be slow.
He goes, like pointing it on his back.
Oh wait, I thought there were small things.
They're big enough to ride.
Because Orly's like 6 foot and like in like plate.
You would have to. Well, you're a little too big. You'd have to like pick up your legs, but he can. Burmam can support you.
If you're sure, he just kind of like gets on
He gets like,
gingerly.
you're like, "Ugh."
How much quicker is he at that
Like
point?
those nerves, like you know when like a kid tries to pick you up and you're just
Yeah.
like, oh god, I don't like this.
He does a little bit and then turns into the three-headed version of it. It's like a little bigger. And he's like shakes and then takes off to catch up with Regraz. Regraz, as you're getting closer, you do hear more. You do hear something very distinct ringing out above all the other commotion as they're like firing cannons at seemingly nothing and like shooting and stuff. You hear a ring out, "You'll never take the band of misfits!" Ring out. And with that, as you take off into the air, Pip, with Varys in your claws, you guys get a good vantage of this creature. And the shadow seems to go on for what looks like a good 150 feet. This massive creature in the water that it seems to like taper out into like the shape of like a flat tail. You see like the outline of like a flat tail, a round kind of bulbous body with tentacles coming out, and then the head that goes like kind of over, like cresting with massive like overbite, a shadow of an overbite in front, as this weird shape pulls out in front of you. And I guess Pip wouldn't be able to communicate anything, but Varys, you would be taking this.
Get around! Why would I
Get closer.
You dive bomb down, and as everyone's kind of closing in on this situation, does anybody want to yell anything? Did you want to yell anything out,
No!
Varys, or Regras?
I think you see Regrets like panting. Like he's not super in shape. He just has a lot of technique, and he's like 50 years old. He's like an old man. It's like he's like running. His belly's like jiggling a little.
no.
He's like, whoom, whoom, whoom. So I think he doesn't have time to say a single thing. He's just breathing so hard.
Beautiful. And as you guys are amassing on this shape, the ship, and all this, I will zoot back to Tom, who's standing over the body of the former Leader Rose, who is lying lifeless there as blood drips from your mace.
Wait, he didn't revert back?
No.
Oh fuck.
Still breathing, but just shambles. And the path under this cot is opened up before you. Nobody seemed to hear anything either that's gone on. You like kind of look around.
Probably not even concerned. But I'm going to grab this guy if he's still breathing, I suppose.
I suppose.
And then I'll drag him down into the thing.
Blood trail
How dare
going behind you.
How
And
dare you masquerade as my lord?
Trying to say words over the blood in his throat. And you're led down this makeshift tunnel under the cot that leads under their camp. You walk for about 4 minutes or so, and there's a stairway back leading up. There's some weird like light coming from like little holes in the ceiling of this tunnel too.
The Lord told me there would be deceivers, unbelievers, malpractitioners. The last thing he told me was to take care of my brothers and to keep to the path. He would have remembered this. As I drag him down, I kind of like make him like, just make it rougher on him.
There is a horrid trail going through this little tunnel. And you make your way up, and there is a little clearing here in a canopy, a thick brush it. And it looks very similar to the little enchanted wood that you were in by Pip's home and Regraz's former tent. So this little enchanted grove where the animals would look down at you. But there's no animals here. But there is, in this clearing, massive piles of subs, like 6-inch sub sandwiches of like meats and stuff, all piled around this thing with a tarp over it.
What is the meaning of this? Speak! Well, I'll like put like 2 points of lay on hands there, just so that he can talk.
Please don't hurt my ancestor.
Who are you?
We're just creatures of the wood.
How did you come upon the face of Lord Avenir Rose?
I'll explain. Help me up, please.
I help him up, but I don't heal him anymore. You will not deceive me anymore. Or I will beat you and then heal you and then beat you again.
The top.
The top?
The tarp.
The top of your head? You would like that to be caved open?
No, the top. Remove it, please.
I pull
and he's like, you take him over, you rip the tarp off, and sitting in what is a large cage, almost like an old school bird cage, is a tiny, shriveled up, looks like a cat with a tarp over it, but the tarp is its skin, and it has sunken eyes where it blink with the material as well. And these are the creatures. Well, Tom wouldn't know what they are, but everyone else in the party knows that these are the creatures known as samesies. And it looks gaunt and hollow and like sunken in, almost like a deflated blanket. And it like looks over at you and at the leader, Rose. And he goes, "What have you done? My relative, my kin." And he breathes and like dust comes out of his mouth.
What have I done? What have you done? Invisible creatures, amassing your sandwiches in this cave and pretending to be something you're not.
We'll explain. We'll explain.
You keep saying that, and you keep saying nothing. If you do not explain soon, I will go up there, and I will kill every last one of you in the name of the Lord Rose himself.
No, please. And the leader Rose coughs. No, mercy, we'll explain. Put me down next to my great grandfather.
I do believe you're close enough.
Oh, so cruel. You put him down. He goes, this form you see that my kin has taken. We saw this specimen years ago, and I've been teaching them to my kin to keep them safe. This powerful presence, it does much. I've been trapped in this cage, unable to rot, but unable to truly live, while these sandwiches spawn. And he coughs out more dust. Unable to eat, unable to drink, yet it flaunts in front of me every day. My curse, it feeds the people, but it hurts.
Okay. What does this matter to me? What does this have to do with you masquerading as the Lord Rose? What does this have to do with you being here in the wood?
Maybe I need to explain further. And there is where we'll end our set.
They just keep saying, explain.
But the sandwiches.
They hurt, apparently. The sandwiches hurt. The crazy thing is Tom is incredibly merciful. He's just not patient at all.
I've seen nothing but mercy come from Tom. You know? It's gonna be
This is mercy. Mercy and justice.
it's a two-piece combo. Yeah, it was a little bit of a short one, but a nice set piece for what's to come.
Short but long simultaneously. It's crazy.
I don't know if that's a compliment, but I'll take it as one. How's everyone feel? How's it feel to be back?
Oh, it was a good time.
Freaking Pip. So
I
go,
believe
Michael.
I'll be back on Tuesday again, on time this time. And we'll wrap up this next little set piece. Yeah.
On rhyme.
On rhyme. Yeah. Any questions? Sorry, I feel like you had one coming, Regraz. You had a little. No.
I'm good.
You're good?
Who the hell are these fucking flesh sale people?
So this
I'm fairly
the
tired
misfit
of them,
boys is about
honestly.
to.
I don't think you were there when they first showed up, but they are the band of misfits who Tom encountered earlier when we were at the Pet Coliseum.
Yeah. In the Pet's Wood. The cat pirate captain, and they have an elephant first mate.
Yeah, Slick,
Didn't you
Henry,
beat the shit out of them?
Chappie.
Yeah, I fucking I murked their shit, but then became their friends.
Yeah, they loved you. To reunite you with Schmoopsy.
That's what's gonna happen with this sack of nut juice. I'm just gonna beat them to a pulp until they love me.
Mercy.
And justice.
Love me. Say that
Yeah.
you love me.
And this little cage and situation is a little taste of what Prequire Squire does to break in their new recruits. So
What?
yes.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
And you say I come from Require Squire?
You did. You did. You went through the training as well to become the gorgeous lad that you are today.
So
But you
wait,
weren't
am I
yours.
a freaking samey?
No.
Aw.
Maybe. I don't know.
Maybe.
I guess we'll
Only one
find
way to
out
Find out.
one day.
Yeah.
Until then.
Hopefully before I rip throats. Because
Yeah. Ask questions first, please.
I think I'll just kill him, I suppose. In Tom's mind, he was masquerading. That's like the worst thing. It's like, you can't do that. You're pretending.
Someone showed up with your father's own skin.
You're not allowed. Okay, you can't.
You can't do that. But you know what you can do? You can show up here every Tuesday and Thursday, 7:30. It was 8:30 today, but that doesn't usually happen. Usually it's 7:30.
I mean, we were on that side, but
For our regularly scheduled D&D, where we do this. I have my show, The Chittering Woods. Our fair Brent has Dimension Knots, which you should check out. It's very thrilling as well. And on Thursday, we have our regular weekly Champs motherfucking challenge by our own Burn Z. It's a great time. I play Rexford Lipton, a beautiful lion man. So if you're into that sort of monster fuckery, drop on by Tuesday and Thursdays. And you can catch us everywhere else on YouTube, here on Twitch, Instagram, X, Blue Sky, your mama's house, where the food is good. So if you want other updates like that and the such, come on by to your boys. And with that, we're Hexa bye-bye.
Food is
Hexa la
good.
vista.
Bye.